Hey, and for those of you who don't know me, I do makeup and beauty related content. So, therefore, we're going to do a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer look, and we're going to try our best to make it cute, but also Rudolph. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but we shall see. So, let's get naughty. Okay, so now that I have a clean face, I think I want to start with the eyeshadow first, so that way we can get that part out of the way. Go in with, I think I'm just going to take this palette because it's simple and has a few shades, and you don't need much for the eyes because you're just going to keep them pretty much just like neutral. So this is by Makeup Geek, and it is just the Fall Harvest palette, and we're just going to take this shade and this shade and kind of just like play around with those. I'm gonna take one more palette, and that's just because it has a white in there, because I was just thinking I do need a white. So we will take we will take the ABH palette, and then just the Norvina ABH, and then we will just go with, looks like it says C1, and that's just the white shade. Okay, the Kat Von D concealer, and it's just the Lock-It concealer in the shade L1 Neutral. So we'll just go in with that, blend it in. I think I'm just going to take the Morphe M173 brush, and then it just has the little fat tip on it, and then it just makes blending out easier and gets into like little areas that you don't even know about. Then the brush also just kind of helps you not to go too heavy, and then it just like smears around, compared to where the beauty blender for me makes it kind of cakey and everything, and then the brush kind of like just keeps everything lighter so it's not super duper heavy. Just taking a blending brush. This one is just the M514, and it just kind of has a fluffy brush, and also I just use this to swirl and clean the brushes in between everything. So, okay, so we're gonna start with this middle shade, and it's just called Creased. How funny. But and then you just swirl it into the brush or the shadow, tap it off, and then you want to lean your mirror down a little bit, and that will just give you that more lid space. Okay, so we're going above your lid space and then just blending that back and forth. So, want to go down the bridge of your nose with the same color, because it's going to kind of create a contour that will almost be in a way kind of seamless. But yeah, I'm not putting on face makeup. You can put on face makeup. I just have so many blackheads and zits that I'm trying to just let my face breathe. I again just said that I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose to create that seamless deer nose contouring, and I'm just gonna keep it with the shadow. So ooh, I did not realize that I was like blocking y'all. I'm so sorry. I am horrible, like trying to so hard give content, and then I just completely block that whole content part. Okay, so I'm gonna blend a little bit more up here because I don't want that to be too much white, as we're already gonna put white on our lid, so I don't want that area to be too much white. I might put it like a highlighter right there, but just not like a white any white area right there, which I guess we could go in with this beige color. There we go, to keep it kind of neutral. I just like picked up some more of the brown color, but I'm just gonna use this to get that off, and then we'll just go in with that beige color for the brow bone. So and then just kind of like shake it, and then just go right there, so that way it still comes and keeps everything like neutral looking, and not so harsh. Okay, so now we're going to take the white, and I'm thinking I'm going to do a cut crease where it goes whoop, and then see where that comes or leads us. Okay, so being I want it to be white, I'm going to take the Jeffree Star concealer in CO. So then we're going to just grab your concealer brushes. Mine are Anastasia 18, and it accidentally got a little bent, so I'm going to have to get a new one. But and then the Wet n Wild, and it doesn't have a number, but these two are my two kind of like go-to concealer brushes. Best mirror you have that you're good at doing cut creases with. And then so I'm going to try to show you this without getting the mirror in the way, but look straight forward and then just go like how my lid is like almost covering my or my crease space is almost covering my lid. So then you just want to look forward and then bring it down, and then you want to connect everything together. So okay, and at this point you can bring the mirror closer to you and then kind of angle it down, so that way you keep that lid open so you're not like smearing anything together. And then I'm gonna go along the line of where we created that dramatic you know, thing, the eyeshadow, and then okay, so kind of like this is a rough draft, and then you can go back and pick up some more product, so that way you can finish off the look. Woo! We're going to take the Morphe M22 brush and just pick up the white color and then pack that on the lid, and you do want to pack it. You don't want to try to blend this in, being that you want the most pigmented shadows, or you want the most pigment out of your shadows. That's what I'm trying to say. I just wanted to do something Christmassy before I get too caught up in everything and not come out with something Christmassy. And I wanted to do Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, because that was one of my favorite Christmas movies growing up. So that's a little fun fact. I like Halloween for like I don't know, I like dressing up, and so it seems like before, when I used to do looks like this and everything, that Halloween is like more acceptable for this. But I'm so glad that I'm in the makeup community, because that means I can do things like this all day long and nobody, you know, I mean, people could still judge you, but you know, it would be more normal because this is what I love to do, and I love the bold, wild looks, you know, that take a little bit more time to create. So this is just to give it a little bit more of a definition, to break up the white and the brown. When you open this, a lot of times people want to open it this way, but it actually goes this way. So this is like the long tip, and this is just the small bottle. So we're actually going to follow the white, brown/white line and try to stay in between those. And you can pull your mirror, like get your mirror and then kind of like pull it downwards, and then have your eyes slightly open so you can see. If I can get it open. Okay, first step. And then try to flick it out. Take those two and then just go back and forth and build up. And this one has that one, and this one has that one. This is the L'Oreal, and that's the Benefit. We're just gonna go in with the e.l.f. Bronzer and bronzer and blush. I'm just going to take just a M.E4. It's just a Morphe M.E4, and then just run it in there a couple of times, and then start from above the ear and then go down. Okay, so we're trying to give ourselves like that dear Rudolph vibe. Yeah. Contouring. And you can see my face is like completely red right this second. It's because I have like multiple lights on me. So yeah. Okay, so now that you look crazy, you can take the blush and just kind of hit the apples of the cheeks because he is cartoon related. So I definitely would think that not only is he in the snow and it's already kind of like snowy and rosy and, you know, frosty and chilly and all that, but he's cartoon related. So they're always like extra with all the cuteness and the little rosiness and, you know. Also hit your nose because you will be adding a pink or a red nose for Rudolph, so it will glow right there. And you just take it up and sideways and up and sideways. And honestly, you could do this however much times you wanted to, because really we're gonna add a red nose and you want this area to be like the glowy spot. That's also another reason I want to hit the cheeks a little bit more, because like when you think about him glowing, like his nose, and it'll kind of like spread out with that glow. So yeah, and like his face would probably highlight with that glow. So yeah, red nose. And so it's just gonna be a face paint that I got at Target. I'm going to use a water bottle just to get it wet, and it's going to be a little bit more pinkish at first, so I will be adding like a more red lipstick on top of it, but just to start with, it's going to just do this, or be this for momentarily. I'm going to try to make it more like a bubble in a way, you know, because his nose is round, so I kind of went out of line. I go with D3, which is in the Anastasia Volume 1 Pro Palette, and that is super duper red. And so we're just gonna hit it on our nose. I can get, this is just by NYX, it's the white eyeliner, and we're just going to add like, Okay, so it is by far perfect. It's okay. My ears are kind of falling over, but you can see all the tape. I did try to color. I'm looking back at myself. I'm like, but I did try to make my own ears and horns like Rudolph's and everything. I know a lot of people do antlers, but he only has like little stubs. So anyways, I hope you like the finished result. I did not like the white lip, so I did redo that. So I was like, okay, maybe red, because I see a lot of people do the black first and then like a red or a white, whatever. Goodbye. But I wasn't feeling those, so I'm gonna have to retape this, but I was not feeling those. So I was like, I wanted something different compared to like what everyone else had, so I was like, okay, well, I'll try to do the white, because, you know, his mouth is white, but that didn't really look all that great, and so then I redone it. So anyways, hopefully you like the finished look. It's not the best, I know, but it is putting me into Christmas vibes, and the only way you can get better is to practice. So anyways, I will be back with more Christmas stuff, because like it's so fun. But y'all have a wonderful week, and I will see you on the next video. So yeah, and I'm hoping to do more Christmas, so just stay tuned. Love y'all. Bye.